When I was applying to college, I filled my Common App activities list with the Platinum PlayStation trophies I'd accumulated throughout high school. Though there were only 3 of them, which may explain why I had to take out that secret loan to get in. Who knew admissions officers back then were such gamers? Anyway, if I had to do undergraduate admissions again, here are some things I would have done differently with my activities list. The single most common mistake I see in activities lists is vague language and vacuous descriptions. Think of writing a resume where the bullet point says, McKinsey, employee, helped achieve company goals. I mean, it took me many years of consulting practice to be able to say nothing so efficiently, but this isn't really the ideal situation to flex those skills. Admissions officers don't have the time or desire to guess what you did. So when you include phrases like helped organize events or participated in club activities, you're simply annoying the person who decides whether you should get a shot at acceptance without providing nearly enough detail to showcase your contributions. So let's look at some examples and fix them. Be specific about your role and accomplishments and use action-oriented language to highlight what you did and the impact you made. Imagine you have member of environmental club in your activities list. I like it. Pithy, concise, powerful. The kind of thing you'd want in your school yearbook. Or your epitaph. But let's see if we can't make it a little better. How about led 15-member environmental club initiated campus-wide recycling program reducing waste by 20% in 1 semester. That quantifies your achievements and gives the admissions officer a more detailed picture. Not only were you a member, but you led this many people and accomplished X objective in Y time frame. Let's try another. How might you improve volunteered at a hospital? Maybe something like assisted nurses with patient intake, organized medical supplies, and contributed 100 hours to supporting patient care. Is this starting to make sense? I want to give you some rapid fire examples because I see this time and time again, and the fixes are almost always the same. You want to give specifics and numbers whenever possible to make each activity as powerful as it can be. Instead of taught at community center, something like developed and taught weekly STEM workshops for 20 elementary students, increasing interest in science by 30% as measured by post-class surveys. Instead of participated in school orchestra, how about played first violin in school orchestra, mentored younger students, and performed in 10 regional concerts. Instead of wrote articles for school newspaper, I'd do something like authored 12 articles for school newspaper, including investigative pieces on community issues, increasing readership by 25%. Now, it's awesome when you can quantify the results of your actions, but what if you can't? As long as you can justify them and don't blatantly lie, think outside the box. For example, let's say you were the captain of your soccer team and your team didn't perform well in games. You didn't win any championships. You didn't, get to regionals. Let's say you lost every single game of the season. That doesn't mean you can't include some figures in your activities list. Instead of captain of soccer team, you could do something like led team practices and developed strategies leading to a 50% improvement in team performance. But Chris, how can you say there was a 50% improvement in team performance when you just lost every game? Well, all I said is you have to justify it. And who better than the captain to comment on team performance? Maybe you kept track of successful passes. Maybe you conducted post-game surveys with your teammates. As long as you can realistically rationalize a statistic, put it in. This is a useful skill when you're writing your resume as well. Always include specificity and figures when you can because it shows not just what you did, but why it matters. If you're new here, welcome. I'm Chris from Mooshly.com. I have an English bachelor's with a creative writing concentration and an MBA. I'm a consultant and professional writer, and I've helped many students improve their writing and get accepted to elite academic programs and institutions like Ivy Leagues, medical schools, law schools, PhDs, and graduate business programs. I frequently get asked for writing advice, so I publish some out here to help you for free. I've also written a very thorough college essay introduction guide I highly recommend you check out. It's designed to be actionable and can get you started on your essay in minutes. Click the link in the description to download it for free. The second mistake I caution against is focusing on quantity over quality. If you don't fill out every slot, you were lazy, right? I mean, surely you can fill out 10 things you did over the course of your life. Why not include that time you watered 3 of your neighbor's plants when your mom yelled at you? That shows empathy and commitment. Look, I'm not going to pretend like 4 stellar activities are as good as 10 stellar activities, and if you can, yeah, fill out the whole list with your awesome achievements. But if you have 6 really incredible accomplishments and fill out the rest of the slots with weak, irrelevant, bizarre activities, it dilutes the impact of your stronger experiences. I encourage you to highlight the activities that are the most meaningful and impactful in the context of your application narrative, even if that means listing fewer than 10. Remember, everything in your application should build your case for admission, and a stronger activities list contributes to the narrative that you build throughout your essays and the rest of your application. Admissions officers value depth and impact more than quantity, and if you have 10 activities that can be combined and condensed into 7 stronger activities, I encourage you to consider whether that would be beneficial to your application overall. The next mistake I caution against, and this is something I did poorly in my activities list, is ignoring the value of leadership or taking initiative. My activities list was filled with stuff I did. I competed in this tournament, or I participated in this thing. I treated it as an opportunity to showcase that I had hard skills, like piano or writing. But college admissions officers are also looking to see whether you will be a leader, and if you have the drive to be successful without external pushing. So simply listing a title without linking it to your ability to lead or be a self-starter might miss an opportunity to check these boxes for the admissions council. Take this opportunity to show how you started a club, or revamped an onboarding process that increased participation, or founded a company or managed others. I'm not saying you shouldn't include examples of hard skills like a tennis championship. You should, but I find that these soft skills are often overlooked. They want to see leadership and they want to see ambition. The next mistake is another good lesson for resumes. Do not drown your activities list with jargon. If the reader can't understand your description because of niche jargon and acronyms, and they don't get impressed by your esoteric activities and vast understanding, it's annoying and you've lost their attention. You want to avoid this in your essays too. Include just enough technical language to demonstrate expertise or passion, but not so much it alienates your reader. Don't assume the admissions officer is familiar with any acronyms or jargon that you use in relation to your activities. And oftentimes there are multiple meanings for a single abbreviation. You might be familiar with SOP as statement of purpose, but outside college admissions it means standard operating procedure. A marketer might tell you that LTV means lifetime value or long-term value, while a mortgage loan originator would tell you it means loan-to value. And if you find yourself with a description like leveraged synergistic cross-departmental workflows to optimize client deliverables and spearheaded ideation sessions to deploy data-driven operational frameworks to enhance ROI metrics across key verticals, just stop. Stop applying. For college, you're ready to be a consultant. The final thing I want to add, and we kind of touched upon this already, but try to ensure your activities list strengthens your overall application narrative. You don't want the admissions officer to feel like your accomplishments are detached from who you are. It's fine and great to have diverse interests, but don't forget to select activities that reflect the values and virtues you need the admissions officer to see throughout your application. I hope this video helps you have a better activities list than I did. If you want more personalized help, check out my website, mooshly.com, and remember to grab your free essay introduction guide from the link in the description, and I'll see you next time.